Okay,
Man.
so we're recording this in the hours prior to the next installment of Twin Peaks. Our last installment of Twin Peaks was, I will say, definitely one of the great things I've ever seen on TV, and I think one of the great hours created by David Lynch, period, in his whole resume. I thought it was jaw-dropping.
It certainly was. I mean, you know, what are you going to say? It was, it was the full hour of you know, Eraserhead type craziness, and you know, people trying to put it together and figure out what it means. Okay, that's okay, that's fine, but there's something to be said for just sort of sitting back and enjoying it, letting it sort of all wash over you. And you know, fan theories are fun and so forth, but it's ultimately not really that important. I
think it was almost done to throw off everyone who had a fan theory about the show. I think he just decided, I hate, I'm fed up with, these people who write the, which is a whole cottage industry the last decade, these episode recaps and everything. He was like, You know what? I need to make an episode that just says, no, you're not going to be able to write about this.
That defies the recap, yes.
Yeah, and it does. Let's be honest, it does.
I haven't even
about it.
Yeah, I haven't even tried to read one of these recap things for any of these episodes, but particularly for this one, because what's it going to be?
The point. I mean, why do you write a recap? I mean, are you reading it after you've seen it? But you've seen it, so why do you need a recap of it? And if you've seen
that's
it,
what I don't get.
And you want to know what happens, and that's why you're reading it, then if you don't care enough about it to actually watch it, I mean, why are you reading about it? I don't get the whole recap thing.
I don't either, frankly.
Yeah, it's a thing that it's just something I've noticed. I notice the people who write about it, I'm just like, well, can't we have our own opinion of what we think the episode means too? Why is your opinion so much more important? I mean, and we're talking about sitcoms too that this has happened to. So I mean, and I'm just like, really, I don't need the episode recap of Two Broke Girls. I get it, thank you. But that's what we live in that world now. We do live in that world.
Dean is absolutely right. I mean, Kyle MacLachlan said something a couple of days ago in an interview where he said everything will make sense by the end of it. But I'm like, but is that the point? Because the whole point of the original series wasn't who killed Laura Palmer, because effectively once they revealed that, the series was over. I mean, we watched it because of the world that was created and because of that lingering mystery of not knowing.
Right.
I mean, that was just the reality of that series, not the movie. But I don't care if it all makes sense in the end or not.
And who wants the whole thing explained out to you anyway? I mean, like, why do you need the whole? Why do we need a whole blow by blow kind of explanation of it? It's that. I mean, I understand why these things are being written, okay, because they're written for clicks, and they're written for clicks that come from fans that are obsessive and have their own ideas and want to see about what they've just seen and want to see them either confirmed or denied. And if they're denied, that it it makes them think about it more or get angry or something. But whatever it is, these are just things for the people who are obsessed over these kind of things. I mean,
I remember when I put together the Shining episode, and there was that segment on the theories about what it's about. And I only put that in the episode because I thought it was an interesting sidebar that people were reading so much into it. I wasn't I wasn't endorsing any one theory, but I remember this guy sent me this scathing email. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're an idiot. Blah 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 blah. And he said that's not what this means at all. And then he went as far as writing our guests too, and calling them idiots.
Wow,
oh God,
dude. first of all, I mean, should I bow to you? I mean, you know all. But secondly, it's stupid. The movies belong to everyone. The only reason for doing those conspiracy theories is to show how people interpret movies based on their own, what they bring to them. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like reading a book, a book about, I can understand, like, writing a book about this. I'm just going to take a show out of the thin air, like The Sopranos or whatever. Like, and assessing each episode, maybe years afterwards. But I don't, this whole immediacy, the immediacy of it is kind of off-putting, recaps.